Alright, and we are good to go for the Hunter now that the game is finally updated after like only 33 gigabytes to download, which is very moderate size for an update, and of course takes only very little time or not. So we are ready to go for some hunting. Let's still try the starting level we have been on. They also recently published actually a new level called Revontuli something, which is actually based in Finland. So in that respect also there are quite a few levels by now for the game, as we can see from the select reserve. There actually is Revontuli Coast, yes, which has a nice like black grouse, or mezzo as it's known, which of course is very popular to hunt, and it especially mentions you've arrived in the peak burb season, so it's clearly, of course, you want to try and catch some nice burb. In addition, there actually are quite a few local species, so that would be very nice to try later on when we try different maps. Considering how large the maps are, that might be a while, as we haven't really seen even like half or whatever of the first map, so in that respect also the size of the game is quite immense. So let's move towards the game and see where we end up, and do we find anything of interest. There we go. Let's correct the window position, as it's like with Darkest Dungeon, you have to always have the different window position for some good or less good reason. So as it insists on drawing in the widescreen mode, unlike most other programs that can actually draw also in other aspect ratios. So but here we have no such issues, and properly sized image also. So let's still choose continue directly, and here we go. So Leighton Lake District, and we also have a new mission available, so we could check that, as it took like 10 million days. As we tried to harvest a whitetail deer or something. Harvest 2 coyote. Ah yeah, we were trying to find a coyote, but that didn't really work as well as you would. Ah yeah, and we tried to photograph a black bear, but we could most probably still try to find a coyote, do think the last time. Ah yeah, and here we needed to find the black deer in Balmont, which wasn't really working that well for us. So let's keep trying to find some coyote. Good, and we are tracking that, so shouldn't be an issue. And then we have explored the lookout point. There's a hunting stand there. There's an unknown thing there, so let's actually take a look first at the unknown. Alright. Let's see which direction we need to move for the unknown, so more of up the hill it seems, and let's get going. Nice sunny weather and all, unlike sometimes when it has been all misty all the time in the game, so that you do not even see very far with the binoculars, as has been the case sometimes when we have been playing. Right, so this would be pretty much the right direction. So let's try and run up to that. We can also take like items out of the backpack while running, which is practical as we...
You know, I spotted some tracks earlier, close to where you're at right now. I'll send them.
Right. Let's check out the unknown. Yeah, there's the unknown. Let's even try with the binoculars. Hard to say much from the binocular image in this case. Alright, we also have some black bear tracks here.
Not only are they unpredictable, but they also make very little sound and leave few tracks. You can sneak up on one without realizing it. Fortunately, they'll probably notice you before you them.
Alright, seems there's another hunting structure, or at least a slot for one here. So yeah, one could construct a hunting structure here. And immediately when said the weather is really fine, no longer, not exactly the first time this happens in this map. Clearly was too complimentary of the weather. Right, let's see what tracks they advertise to us. Right, black bear, which is kind of, considering the experiences with black bear this far, which usually involve getting mauled by the black bear, mildly unwilling to hunt for the black bear. Would be more interested in like finding the coyote. Like, it can't be that hard to find the coyote. Alright, there's some kind of noise. Visibility again dropped quite a bit, like just said that the weather has been alright. Nope. And then it starts to rain. Right, there's still the black bear. Let's see if we can see one. not at least immediately. Of course, it's not the best weather either. Ah, yes. So no bunnies once again, and welcome to the stream. We have been trying to find some coyote, but this far success has been limited. So welcome and thank you for the redeem, and because it's fun one, it also lasts the whole session. So we will not be hunting any rabbit or such then with the redeem in place. Haven't like even heard any coyote noises yet, so also curious which of these noise makers is like which one. Alright, this is the one that actually should be used to call like for a coyote. So it's actually uses the sound of a distressed jackrabbit, so the coyote would like to hunt the rabbit, but then actually they happen to discover that it would be the hunter. It looks like some kind of a visual. Saturday has been pretty nice. Went, as mentioned earlier in Kisu's stream, went cycling, and it kind of went otherwise well, but got stuck in the rain, and it was really wet when got back. So otherwise has been a pretty good day, and after updating the game, all 33 GB finally made it also to play it some tonight. We'll have a rather early morning tomorrow, so might play 1.5 or 1 hour depending a bit. But let's see if we use this, do we get, because this was one objective, like to use this, do we get any coyote interested? Like use the visual a bit and see if the coyote are listening. At least the weather is improving a bit again. Let's go slowly in that direction, skirt the hillside and see if we can find anything. Still would like to kind of finish the mission that requires downing 2 coyote, but kind of like finding any in this area has been a little bit limited. This is most probably again the black bear, which we are, yeah, those are bear tracks we aren't currently really looking for, and in any case would require more level and like a better weapon to really dent the black bear. still wondering about the coyote, because unlike have a couple of times succeeded downing a coyote, and you usually do hear the coyote noises also, but haven't really ever like also the earlier sessions haven't heard any coyote noises in the whole area, so it's kind of makes this one wonder how you are supposed to down the 2 coyote here when finding any has this far proven to be very difficult. So let's see if we have more success today with the coyote. Of course the game is of quite realistic difficulty, so actually it's very hard often to find anything. So let's see how we are going to do in that respect. At least keep walking and see if we can find any coyote. The overall difficulty of the game is quite realistic in the sense that real hunting is not very easy either, like to find any prey first. So as some have noted, it's more like a hiking simulator with some hunting, which is a pretty good way to put it. Of course also think that the coyote will be more active towards the night time, so also in that respect would be good idea to keep walking in the area and see. Do think that coyote is not most active during the daytime proper. Right, we at least have some tracks here. Let's check those out. Looks like those might even be... Alright, that's the rabbit, so that we can't hunt due to our good bats redeem, so we are not going to... Yeah, we are not going to track the rabbits. There actually is a distance counter. You get achievements for walking longer distances, so... Yeah, we once actually watched the rabbit through the gun sight when it was hopping around. So yes, you can actually find it and it will hop around happily, so you are quite correct in that respect. Rabbit will indeed, if you track one, it will be hopping around somewhere So you are quite correct that you can track it and it will be hopping around happily. Especially if you find like a rabbit feeding area and then wait there silently, they will come and hop around and eat grass or whatever. So in that respect, yes. Right, some noises, and it's again warning thump from the rabbits. So clearly there is some rabbit in the area. They are quite plentiful in some spots. So let's see how we are positioned on the map. Pretty much what would like round the hill and see if we can find any coyote, especially as the day progresses. This side of the hill is also very steep, so we can't climb like all of the hill. From this side it's quite steep, like a sheer cliff that we certainly aren't going to climb. Looks very nice and scenic, but that certainly isn't possible to climb. So let's keep moving here. And see if we can find anything with the binoculars. And as we are in a pretty good position height wise. This is pretty much the vertical limit we can stay on. And the cliff just goes further up, so let's move a bit lower. Much of the whole idea with the game, of course, are the huge and rather scenic maps, and interaction with them. It's kind of like the hunting often tends to be kind of that you may find something, hopefully at some point. We haven't even seen any other tracks than the black bear and then the rabbit, so kind of confused how we are supposed to get the coyote. Yeah, we are pretty much on the right track to round the hill. Alright, let's keep moving a bit faster for a while. Alright, quite tough climb here. Just made that. Alright, let's move through here. Quite nice sights from the hill also. So it keeps getting like height wise further there. Let's see if we can make it this way there, because this is getting quite steep. So if we can move this way at all. Do wonder how the overall vertical limit test is implemented once it becomes too steep to stand on, because in, for example, World of Warcraft, you keep falling until you reach a inclination that is possible to stand up on, and then it's like also take huge amount of damage due to falling practically by the vertical limit. Like this inclination is no longer possible to stand on. Yeah, this starts to be quite close to that, so let's take, because here there is at least terrain where we can hike downwards with little problem. So let's hit the woods down here, because clearly that started to be at the limit of what we can stand on. Much more manageable terrain here. And we can also see that we haven't still heard any coyote noises or found any tracks, so kind of suspicious about the mission, like are there any coyote around the local. Right, again a bit lower considering the steepness of the cliffside itself. So how far we are around to the, alright, we are reaching the area we haven't yet seen here. So actually the plan plan to walk around the hill seems to be workable, like not that there has been much to find in these woods. Hunting wise, but right, blacktail deer, but at least immediately visible though. But there is something to find, which is of course nice to observe. Right, let's again move to a bit lower ground here. There we go. Alright, and the ground evens out a bit here. So yes, we are now behind the hill practically as intended route wise. So looks good in terms of like what wanted to explore. The terrain looks nice for possibly finding something, but not many tracks here either. Right, and again the bear, and there we have the bear. Considering the difficulty of actually getting the bear, it's kind of right. This isn't even the intended gun, like, and even less that one. Alright, now we even have the right weapon out. At which point it went behind the rock, so there we are again. The rock is very nicely on the way. Let's again spot first with the binoculars, and now we can maybe try with the gun again. Alright, that went fast. So clearly not quite a hit, and the bear went really fast that way, so we can go this way. There are no other hunters in the game. Unsure if this has like multiplayer capability even, but there are normally no other hunters, no. And most probably those will be bear tracks, yes. Not really that interested in the bear. It's always interesting to have a try at one, but much more interested in the coyote or deer or other things. The bear is kind of A, it's very difficult, and B, takes a lot of stopping power also to really hunt. This weapon is still kind of borderline for bear, maybe with a good hit. Of course, bear hunting is also quite exciting in that respect, because the bear is pretty difficult, but have gotten once even mauled by a bear in the game. It was actually also Leopard and Julia were watching, and they were really like typed in all caps the bear when went to the bush and actually got mauled, like screen went red and everything, and they Julia typed in all capitals, the bear indeed. Yeah, let's see, like there's some climb, so should most probably go a bit more this way first, yes. Still haven't actually heard any coyote noise, like, are there any out here? There's also a little bug in the map, like the grass is too close to edge of some thingy, so it actually glitches out a bit. Very few glitches on the map overall, considering how large and complicated they are, so in that sense have to respect makers of the game. Yeah, in that respect, technically the only hunter in the world, unlike the fishing planet where you actually have quite a few fishers out, because the other fishermen also appear. You can also have multiplayer in the Ultimate Fishing Simulator, but in this game do think that there is no multiplayer, so you are always kind of like technically by yourself. Right, we can walk from here practically. Alright, this is like between the two mountainous areas, so if keep going, kind of seems impossible to actually summit this, so should probably walk from here and then pivot a bit more that way. Really nice views. Also through the gun side, let's use the binoculars. There we go. Really nice views from here. Let's move again a bit faster because there simply isn't that much to hunt here, it seems. Let's see if we can move through here at least a bit more. Then we apparently come at like point where we have to move to lower ground again. Yeah, that gets too steep to follow. Kind of like mini mountaineering also, though here you can't like get any climbing gear or such and are forced to follow the contours only as far as you can stand on them, so there we go and keep moving. Fortunately, kind of like the character has huge stamina, as you can like do this kind of running. So in that sense the character must be in pretty mean condition to do this kind of like trail running at will. Right, again should move to some lower ground. Really nice views. Right, we are coming back practically direction wise, so we could take a look here and see if we can find any coyote in that direction. At least not with the binoculars immediately, but going in this direction exactly would take us to next unexplored area. Yeah, really lovely views. It's always in this game there's a lot of the kind of also that you admire the overall levels and the game world itself, in addition to like we have taken one shot this far the whole session and it was really worth it, like some exciting bear hunting even if we missed, which is totally surprising. Not very easy target. So also in that respect actually have enjoyed the session this far a lot, even if we haven't yet made any successful shots. Yeah, this would be pretty much the right direction. And here we go. Again it's raining a bit also. Right. Right, and we have some tracks. Black-tailed deer.
Black-tailed deer are one
That
of the easiest animals
direction.
in the reserve to hunt. Still,
Let's
be
take a
wary
look
of your noise
if we can
and the
find
wind
some
direction,
deer and maybe
as their senses are
take a
quite
shot.
good.
No any droppings yet from which we could determine how old the tracks are. Doesn't seem like we would find more tracks here, so let's... Yeah, this would look more like it. Yes. Right, there's apparently also droppings, so we can see how old trail we are after, yes. Very old, so that's not really promising in terms of like finding them anytime very soon. Alright, elk. Also quite difficult and requires really realistically, like elk requires a bigger gun for reliable takedowns. Alright, there's something else to find here. Black-tailed deer. Resting zone. No wonder there were so many tracks. Right, there's some more very old droppings. So let's see. Should be an area where we may be able to find some deer. They have made also the tracks much more visible. Before they were only highlighted a bit. Now they also kind of like raise from the ground, so you see them a bit more easily. Still very old, so not exactly hot on the trail. This is also unexplored area, so let's keep going. Eating. Alright, and now we have some black-tailed deer noises also, so let's proceed carefully and see if we can see any. The misty weather and the really bad visibility certainly are not helping, like it's scope them with the binoculars or not. Again, very old droppings, so at least a bit less probable that they are really close, and the visibility is still like rotten. There should be some deer here somewhere, certainly.
Hunting Roosevelt elk, I see. The Roosevelt's a big fella, but its good sense of smell and hearing make it tricky to hunt.
There's also some elk tracks, but we are mostly looking for the deer. And here we have more deer tracks, so right, still going into the unexplored area, so that is also okay. Yeah, it's a pretty nice game actually, because it's more or less a rather realistic, which means realistically difficult hunting simulator, and has very beautiful scenic levels, and there are quite a few, almost like 10 different maps by now in different biomes where you have different critters to hunt. So it's actually a very nice game, and very kind of different pace to many games, as most of the time you're more or less hiking around and admiring the views, and then you sometimes find something you might try in the hunting sense. So it's interesting type of a game, a lot like the fishing games are very calm and have a different tempo again. So in that respect it's a very nice. I've always liked it and try. Alright, we have fresh droppings, so we are slowly approaching. Let's keep going carefully and see if we can get contact with the deer. Still any sign of a coyote. It's funny, like the mission is to hunt coyote here, but certainly it's not been very successful. Right. Pretty good set of tracks also. Some droppings. Fresh, so we are still in the right direction. Right, very nice set of tracks. Roosevelt elk. We are not currently going after the elk, considering the overall difficulty of the elk. Fresh, so we are still in the right direction. And keep going. Fresh still, so going in the right direction track wise. Coming up to a lake also. Certainly they are apparently no longer by the lake, it would look like. Here we have droppings again, fresh, so should be pretty close. Really nice lake views also. Let's see, as we should be pretty close, so move even more carefully. Yep, here they are. So let's take out our firearm and go for it. Yes. That was a pretty good shot. So here's trophy rating 0. Proper ammo for this animal. Animal shot 2 times or less. Yes. Intact trophy organs. Hit 1 vital organ or more. This was like a really nice clean shot directly pretty much. Distance 20 meters. Species difficulty 50%. Trophy rating is none, but uncertain exactly, might be that was not really a trophy capable, but pretty nice clean shot. Yeah, as we have discussed a few times before, if you could also fish in the lakes, it would practically combine the 2 games, hunting and fishing, but it's for some reason the makers of this game have not combined the 2 genres, so it's kind of fishing game and hunting game are separate, for the better or worse. So let's accept our catch. And we got lucky, really lucky. That was another very nice clean shot. Accept and can get the rewards. Equipment unlocked. .223. Pretty small caliber, like not very big a gun. Let's take the binoculars back out, and yeah, had a friend, and actually after the shot went out, it had come back, so it was, as said, got really lucky that the other deer had returned to the site after the report went out. The other started, but it had returned, so it was like really lucky that you actually get to almost immediately take another shot, as it had returned to afterwards to the spot, so that was really lucky. lucky opportunity and could in this case even make good of it with another good shot. So in that respect also was very interesting. So that was very successful tracking and hunting overall. We actually also have gone to the other area northern ridge now, so let's move back south a bit around the lake maybe. And see, there's another unknown. So let's round the lake and go see what that is. Alright, it seems we can ford here most probably. Let's see if we can cross the water here. It looks like this should be fordable. Yes. Then we can go in pretty much this direction to reach the very corner of this area for the unknown. Still no even noises of coyote, so kind of suspicious where to find any. Also the sunset looks really nice. It's been simulated quite well, the kind of atmospheric effects. Alright, so walk this way for the unknown point of interest. Alright, what kind of tracks we have here? Right, the famed coyote finally makes an appearance.
Difficult to hunt. They're pack animals, so they respond well to collars, but they can also get aggressive when alerted. So be careful.
Let's see, are we walking towards the unknown? Yes. Let's check the unknown point of interest and then probably leave hunting the coyote for the next session, as tomorrow morning is quite early, so still a bit to go. Right, there's the unknown point of interest. Right, we could also build a hunting structure here, it seems. Yep. Right, there's some coyote noises, so let's move a bit more silently and see if we can spot any. At least in this corner of the overall area there are clearly some coyote, as we are finally getting the noises and everything. See if we can spot any. Even elk droppings. So let's keep moving in the general direction. See if we can spot any coyote here. Huge amount of tracks, for sure. Right, coyote eating zone. No wonder there were some blood. I was wondering, like, so coyotes have also hunted here. So in that respect, there are other hunters here, but they are of the canine persuasion. We are again on the high lake side, which is not optimal. So we should try and catch some coyote on this side of the area border. and still kind of looking if we can spot any coyote or anything else, at least for a while. Yes, we can. It's the elk. Let's try our luck. It's kind of like a long shot. Alright, and it clearly darted quite well. It's kind of a long shot from here. We spotted them. And yes, they are actually here, so let's take our gun out and at least try our luck. And remember to reload this time, unlike sometimes I've been like, wow, looks great, and then have forgotten to change the clip so that immediately run out of ammunition. Don't think we hit that. Let's go and see. Most probably not. Right, there's apparently also a zone related to elk, yes. Eating zone. So elk graze here some. Alright, let's look about a bit more and then finish most probably for today. Right, there would be also some rabbit tracks. See if we can crest this hill. A lot of tracks here, which is nice. Right, we are again kind of skirting the area border. So returning to the lake we saw earlier, if we would go the other way. Tracks we have here. Again the rabbit. Alright, do think we are starting to be pretty done for today, having checked the area a bit more. Right, more elk tracks. So let's fast travel to a cabin close by and save. Keep the game there, so. Right, that was pretty nice. 1.5 hours of hiking around and even finding some hunting proper. So I would say that first of all, do wish you all a good night, and really thank you for joining for some hunting, and let's see if there are any raid targets of interest. Hopefully you enjoyed the more calm style and a bit different game. It's been a while since I've played the Hunter, but do certainly intend to do more of it again as time permits. So hopefully you enjoyed the slightly different pacing and more of kind of like right, we haven't raided Yuna for a while. He's doing Beat Saber, it seems, so let's go for My Name is Yuna again. It's been a while since I've seen him doing Beat Saber also, so let's see that he's still playing and go for him. Yes. So let's switch here over, and thank you for joining for some hunting, and let's go for the raid. So thank you all for joining once again, and this one wishes you a good night, and thanks for the company while hunting. Good night all, and see you tomorrow for again a different game. We'll see which one.